Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Zach Lesage here. Today we're going to be going over the best decks from the Late Night Series Season 4 Invitational. 32 of the best players from the Late Night Series Season 4 were invited to play in this event, and I'm really excited to share their decks because there's a lot of great players, a lot of great decks, and just some cool stuff to go over. It's also in the Astral Radiance format, so we got a lot of ground to cover. The link to my events are in the description, so if you're looking to play in those events, or if you're looking for the results or deck lists or anything, check those out. Give this video a thumbs up, it really helps boost the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn that notification bell on for the most accurate updates on this channel. And let me know in the comments what your favorite Astral Radiance decks are. Let's spark a discussion, seriously. Even just saying hi really helps out grow this channel. So, that being said, let's jump into the top decks. You are now watching Zach Lesage, the best place to learn about competitive Pokemon TCG. Let's get it! So here we have it, the results of the Late Night Season 4 Invitational Championships. Like I said, lots of great players, lots of great decks, and I'm really excited to see what this format could really bring. We're going to be starting it off at number 8, All Out Blitz. So a lot of these players are past Late Night Series champions. Amazing group of players playing Rapid Strike Urshifu. So Rapid Strike Urshifu gains a little bit of a boost here because you have access to new things like Zeraora. You might be like, okay, why is All Out Blitzel playing Zeraora in their deck? Well, you have Fighting Lightning, and I mean, the attack doesn't imply anything that it should be playing with a fighting type deck. You can play this and use it against a Poki deck, so you're doing 30 plus 80, 110. 110 times 2 equals 220, but you could add an additional 60 damage, so making it 110 plus Choice Belt times 2 gets a knockout on your opponent's Palkia V-Star. Really popular deck at this event and other Astral Radiance legal events. The goal is to really like spread some damage, have options with dark type attackers against Mew VMAX. I mean, splitting it between a Moltres and a Zeraora is probably a little bit light. I'm not sure where they took their losses, but you can see that there's a lot of random text that you could play when it comes to a deck like this, and it's really cool overall. I'd probably change some things up when it comes to the energy count. I'd probably change up some things with the Pokemon count. Not sure if I like everything else, but decks like this are very personalized. So let's see how their matchups went. They ended up losing against Mew and Mew in Top Cuts, so they probably just didn't have enough dark type stuff, but they did hit a Suicune Ludicolo deck, so that's probably a good matchup for them with the lightning type attacker. Moving on to Victor Garcia playing Arceus V-Star. They did play basically a straight up Arceus V-Star Inteleon deck, being able to go Trinity Nova, Trinity Charge, all that good stuff onto their Arceus, and searching out things what they want from Drizzile. They decided to go with the Dunsparce and the Manaphy, and that's kind of cool. The only new card that they played is a copy of Roxanne, which I think is pretty common for these Arceus decks. So I mean, that's a pretty cool looking standard list. I mean, I think this is how most Arc Intel decks look like. I do want to know how their matchups went. So we go through here. They lost against Mew. They beat Palkia. They beat Rapid Strike. They beat Darkrai. They tied Gengar, and then they lost to Mew. So again, their deck probably just not being able to beat Mew with the double path to the peak. Something to note in this format. We got HMan playing Dark Toolbox. Or I guess it should just be Toolbox at this point, because you got a combination of Galarian Moltres, Hoopa, Zapdos, Rowlet, Raikou, Zeraora. So lots of really cool things going on here. You can see super effective glasses might be super effective. Really interesting list. Again, very similar to what All Out Blitzel played, except instead of Rapid Strike Urshifu, they decided to go with Galarian Zapdos V. I think it's kind of a cool deck. Again, I don't necessarily want to comment on any changes that I'd make when it comes to this one. It's one of those things where I think a lot of players are just going to kind of have their own kind of way when it comes down to it. I want to know what their matchups were. They went undefeated. They ended up losing against Palkia. Andrew Hedrick was on a tear though, so we'll get there in a second. So maybe the Toolbox deck seemed pretty cool. Got CalConnor, my good friend and personal testing partner, playing Mew VMAX. I don't think there's even a single new card in this deck. Did someone let Cal know that Astral Radiance is legal for this event? Mew did get some new tricks with Trekking Shoes, Gutsy Pickaxe, Silene. I think those are pretty much the main three. Cal opted to play a very straight up version of Mew VMAX, very similar to what we've been seeing at recent regional championships, using Mew's Cross Fusion Strike to copy any Fusion Strike Pokemon's attack in play, Melodious Echo, Technoblast, Max Miracle, Psychic Leap, all that good stuff, accelerating energies. Mew's a very vicious deck, and I really like the Pokemon catchers in the deck so that you can bring up things whenever you want. I think it gets even better nowadays. So shout out to Cal's list, although I would like to see a little bit more Astral Radiance legal cards, maybe. I'm not sure. We go here. They ended up beating Arceus Charizard, lost to Gengar, beat Hisuian Samurott, which is a dark type deck, beat Jolteon, beat Palkia to go 4-1, very strong record, and lost to Gengar again. So losing to Gengar Path is a real threat. That's what we're going to be coming up next. Again, one of my good friends and teammates on the Shuffle Squad. We see Logan McKay playing Gengar with Path to the Peak, using its Fear and Panic attack and G-Max Swallow Up with Houndoom to accelerate energies and just attacking and going Path to the Peak. Text with Manaphy to go against Rapid Strike Urshifu, I guess. I probably wouldn't play Manaphy because I think the matchup's pretty terrible. Don't know if I like Roxanne when it comes down to this deck. It's not necessarily the list that I'd be running when it comes down to it. I might be going just with Gengar, VMAX, and Dark Patches. However, I do think it's probably just worse than... it's probably worse than playing Darkrai V-Star at this point, is my opinion. But that might be a hot take. I really do like Gengar, and I mean, I did come up with the Gengar Path to the Peak concept, or at least I believe I came up with the concept core list that everyone kind of popularized for a bit. But it's one of those things where I just haven't necessarily been enjoying this deck. But with all the Mew seeing success, certainly it can be very good. Let's see what they hit. Mew, beating Mew, and they ended up beating Mew again and losing to Mew. So hitting 5 out of your 7 rounds Mew and losing to it once. That's fair. You could always get some poor draws, and Augusta was on fire. We're going to be moving on to another Mew deck, WayDaze. So we can see that they've played Trekking Shoes and they played Silene. Silene allowing them to put extra things like Power Tablet on top of their deck, or putting additional copy of Mew VMAX, other things on top of their deck. I mean, you could definitely get away with a 3-2 Mew now with playing Silene, I think. You've got Trekking Shoes here to look at the top 2 cards, pitching things that you don't need, drawing cards that you do need. I really like this list. I think this list is incredibly powerful. I really like WayDaze's deck. I don't know if there's much that I want to change about it. This is probably what we're looking for when it comes to one of these decks, although I would like to see Pokemon catchers here. That's probably the one thing that I'm missing. Let's see what they ended up facing. 4-0-1. Not sure why they played that all the way out, beating Rapid Strike and then losing to Palkia. Again, we got to watch out for Palkia. Palkia might just be able to find a way to beat Mew. We do see Palkia, though, coming in second, so it did lose to something. Andrew Hujik's list is very good, using Palkia V-Star to accelerate energies with Star Portal, and really just getting that stuff going on in the game. Attack with Subspace Swell. We see some cool things like Luminion. Luminia Sign can search for Irida. Irida could search for a water Pokemon. And then an item card. The item card that you search your deck for. I believe it's item, right? Item card? Yeah, item card. You can search your deck for a Battle VIP pass and do that turn 1 to get really set up. A lot of cool cards going on here in Andrew's list. I really like their list a lot, so shout out to Andrew for probably my favorite list of the entire event. If you're looking to try to build Palkia, and I mean, if you are trying to build Palkia, go to ptcgostore.com, plug in code ZLassage5, save 5% on your next order of Astral Radiance codes. Be absolutely amazing and help support the channel. Palkia is a really great deck. I want to see the matchups that they played. They went 3-0-2, beating Straight Arceus, Malamar VMAX, Gengar, the Dark Inteleon box tied, beating that, and then they ended up losing to Mew. So we're going to go to our winner here, Augusto, and they are always seeing success with Mew VMAX. You can see that they've changed things up a little bit. I don't know if you need the 4-3 Mew and the Silene, and I would like to see Pokemon catchers, I think. I'm still trying to figure that out, but it's definitely a very powerful Mew VMAX deck, regardless or not if I would change some cards. I mean, Mew lists are usually within 5 or 6 cards of the same, and it's just like Trekking Shoes, Cramomatic, or Rotom Phones. Let's run through their matches. They ended up going 7-1, beating Arcanteleon, beating Urshifu Inteleon, beating Dark Toolbox, or losing to Dark Toolbox. They beat a Regigigas, they beat an Arc Duraludon, they beat Arc Inteleon, Gengar VMAX, and of course Palkia to claim their title as the Late Night Series champion. Now, I do want to let everyone know that we do have Late Night Season 5 going up. You can see it on the front page. It is now every Tuesday night, American time, 6 p.m. Eastern. So you can see that we got stuff going on here. so players can play all the way through the late night 41 through 50. And then we have the late night season 5 invitational, and I love these graphics that I created. I think it's really cool, sponsored by PTC Store. So playing for some awesome codes and good stuff. We will be having random late night season 5 special events throughout it. Again, with the Human Typhlosion looking sick. So we have this event coming up basically the same day I'm putting this video up. So stay tuned for more events. So I really appreciate everyone who's donated to that prize support for that event. And again, late night series events hosted every single Tuesday, just to not conflict with anything else going on. So really hope that everyone enjoys these events. And let me close it out. And there we have it. We got Augusto winning with Mew VMAX. It's really one of those cool decks that I think got a lot better in the Astral Radiance formats. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments below. What deck would have you played? What deck are you playing in the Astral Radiance format? Again, let's spark the discussion. Give this video a like, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. And again, if you are trying to grow your game, hit me up on Metafy, metafy.gg/@ZachLassage. I'd totally love to help you grow on your Pokemon journey. Stay tuned for some messages from some places that help out our channel. And I'll catch up with all y'all later. Peace out and have a great one. Check out ptcgeostore.com, the best place to get Pokemon TCG online codes. There's a lot of selection available, and I have a discount code available for the website as well. You can pick up any kind of cards, just going up here. You can add them to your cart in any quantity that you need to get the cards that you need. And you can go to the discount code right over here, and you can put in code ZLassage5 to save 5% on your next order of codes. Are you trying to get better at Pokemon TCG? Well, if you are, you're in the right place. I offer coaching at metafy.gg/@ZachLassage. That link is in the description, and you pick up a coaching session from me and book it on the website. I likely have availability this week, and you can see exactly what my availability calendar is at any given time. I offer training plans to help players get ready for any of their upcoming events, including getting all the way to the World Championships, or you can pick up a one-on-one coaching session from me and learn the game at your own pace. I offer a variety of opportunities for players to get better at the game, and it's one of those things where there's a lot of players who I've turned into regional, international, and even a world champion along the way. If there's anything that shows, I have an FAQ on the website, so by all means, check it out and get better today. I'd love to help you on your Pokemon journey and be absolutely amazing to see your growth. If you're looking for a great deal on some physical Pokemon TCG cards, you can head over to atlascollectibles.com or atlastcg.com. Type in whatever cards you're looking for. So Arceus V-Star is absolutely hot right now. Let's search up Arceus V-Star. You can see they have a great selection of cards, and it's continuously getting new stock all the time. And we can add these to our cart. You can see I already added one to my cart. So when you're going to check out, you can use code ZLassage8. Use that code, and you can save off your order. That was $4.80 of savings just off of an Arceus V-Star. It's all in Canadian pricing, and they do shipping across the world. So by all means, check out atlastcg.com, atlascollectibles.com, and use code ZLassage8 to save on your next order of physical Pokemon TCG cards. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means the world to me. And my goal with this channel is to spread my love of the game and knowledge with our entire Pokemon TCG community. If you haven't already, help signal boost this video to other Pokemon TCG fans by liking it, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Hopefully we reach our goals really soon. Check out this recommended video, and have yourself a great day. Thanks.